This week's Community Voice. I'm your host, Sherry Pierce, the president of the Madoc and District Chamber. Today, our guest speaker is Fred Bendell with the business improvement team here in Madoc. So welcome, Fred. And what can you tell us about the business improvement team here in Madoc?
Well, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate the invitation and the chance to talk with you. First of all, welcome to our park, Trinity Memorial Park in Madoc. The BIT, it is a group of very energetic retailer merchants, property owners, community members that have their heart and soul and invested in making Madoc look like a very beautiful, warm, welcoming town. Our entire focus is the appearance.
Great.
It's a saying we have, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression.
That's right, you don't.
And we want to convert Madoc from a drive-through to a stop and shop. So how do you do that? Well, you introduce things like new park benches, flower planters, in scarecrow demonstrations,
right?
Christmas trees.
Oh yes, the Christmas
time.
trees.
Yep.
Yes.
And then of course we have a couple of events to fundraise. Our 4th annual now Festival of Trees in November.
Right.
And our Heritage Day in the summer.
Great. Wonderful.
Again, the whole idea is just to promote Madoc, to make it look welcoming, to invite people in, to spend some time, buy a coffee, have something to eat, meet a friend, meet your family, and then tell others. And don't just drive through and wave and say, "What?" Spend some time. So, in doing that, it's all about appearance, all about comfort, all about accessibility, but it's also about business.
Right.
Promoting our stores in Madoc, in services.
Yes. That's
So
100% true. That's what it's all about.
Right.
And you guys do so much for our community. And like, look at last year in 2020, the Christmas trees were absolutely beautiful. Everybody commented on it through the community, as well as people that were passing through. You know, there was a lot of people that came up from Belleville just to see our display downtown, and that was all posted on social media. So that is absolutely incredible when you start to see that kind of exposure from your team. So that's wonderful. Now, what is coming up this year here in Madoc for a bit? Like, do you have any new projects on the go, or what are you looking to do?
Well, unfortunately with COVID, that we're all embracing right now, or trying to get rid of, we're somewhat limited what we can do as far as meetings and everything else. But we just recently added additional planters and new bridges coming into town, so we can some offering for more flowers. We have a project we're looking at, nothing official yet, but the Dear Lady Village Square is sitting there empty most of the time. It was built for the right reasons many years ago, back in 2002 or 3, I believe, but it just got left alone.
Right.
And we're working on a project, Sherry. We're looking for a landmark.
Right.
You referred to the Big Nickel in Sudbury, or the Lobster out on the East Coast, or Canada Goose in Wawa.
Yep.
We want something to catch people's attention. And we thought about it, talked about it, and all of a sudden realized it's right in our own backyard.
It's right here.
It's already there, it's had a purpose, it has a meaning. It just needs to be re-energized. So our next project, with the cooperation of the community, Chamber of Commerce, Service Clubs, and our council, we have some plans for it.
Great,
Some
that's
exciting
wonderful.
plans. So that's the next thing.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful to hear. Now, are you guys going to be able to go through ahead this year with the Festival of Trees?
We're going to do it.
Yeah?
We're going to do it. You know what?
Perfect.
The town needs it.
You
Everybody's
do.
behaved themselves. They've done what they're supposed to be doing. We're very confident we get the lead on this COVID. So it might not be the same as the last couple of years, but we're going to have a festival at the Kiwanis Center. Maybe outside, but it's going to happen. We need to have it.
Oh, wonderful.
Christmas is a very important time of year for us, for our culture, and we're going to try and celebrate.
And
So
you
yes.
know something? When is that going to happen? Is it November? Is it before the
14th,
Christmas?
15th, 16th, around those dates.
Okay, so it's a couple of weeks before our Christmas
And that kinda
drive-by
sets-
event this year. So we are doing Christmas parade,
good.
drive-by this year, on November the 27th. So that's perfect. So November is between the middle of November and the end. We're going to have our Christmas festivities here in Madoc. That's absolutely wonderful.
And we're also going to set up the Christmas trees again.
Ah, wonderful. So they'll be ready too for.
Yeah. And I also want to say we started off those trees downtown, but as folks come through town, you're going to see they're heading up. Russell Road, St. Lawrence. We're going to try and get as many as we can, manageable, up in the downtown and area to help everybody celebrate.
Wonderful.
Yep.
So this year, everyone watch out for Madoc this year, because looks like Christmas is going to be here early for us, which is fantastic, and we need it. So let's all support the VIT team and our community by getting out there and just showing your support. If it's through social media, taking pictures, sharing it, inviting people to come up and visit us here, even if they're just driving by. We just want to hear what they have to say about our community. So Fred, thank you for today and joining us here on Community Voice. We appreciate it. And everyone, next week we have Angie from the bulk food store on deck. So stay tuned for next week. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next week.